Star Trek. Section 31 hasn't been received all that well, which continues an unfortunate franchise trend that has plagued the saga since its first movie back in 1979. Since reuniting Star Trek, the original series cast for the franchise's first feature-length installment, a fascinating pattern has emerged concerning every Star Trek movie that has followed, including the 1979 effort. So although the Star Trek Section 31 cast and crew wouldn't have intentionally tried to add to this streak, it only makes the fact that it happened anyway even more interesting. Star Trek Section 31's ending makes it very clear that the movie isn't intended to be the saga's final feature-length project. In fact, the straight-to-streaming movie teases a Star Trek Section 31 sequel, which could, in turn, spawn another movie to continue the story. Although Section 31 has the benefit of exploring a lost era of the Star Trek timeline, a sequel still may not be a very good idea. On the other hand, it could actually be a really good plan if the series' weird pattern continues to flourish. Although Star Trek, the motion picture, sent ripples of excitement through the fan base after years of inactivity, it's still generally seen as a lukewarm movie. Thankfully, the immediate sequel, 1982 Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, immediately validated the decision to take Star Trek to the big screen. After that, subsequent movies followed the same pattern as the first two. There would be a bad Star Trek movie, then a bad one, then a good one, and so on. However, there was something of a reprieve in this strangely consistent phenomenon thanks to 2002 Star Trek Nemesis. Star Trek Nemesis was the second TNG-era movie in a row to disappoint after 1998's letdown, Star Trek Insurrection. It performed so badly that it ended up being the last Star Trek movie for years. Eventually, J.J. Abrams resurrected the movie branch of the franchise with 2009 Star Trek. The first effort to be set in the Kelvin timeline was widely praised, so it also brought back the bad then good pattern 17 years after Nemesis flopped.